What's up, everybody? You are tuned in to another episode of Relationship Goals. And we are the Armstrongs, and today we are going to answer some questions from some of you guys, some of our viewers. Shout out to all of our subscribers. Shout out to everybody that watches
Thanks
our
for the
episode.
love.
Yeah. We love y'all. Thank you so much. And we have some questions that these folk feel really need to be answered.
So some people emailed us. We haven't even opened up the floor for questions.
Yeah.
But there's an email, that's attached to our YouTube page. And people have been emailing that page. And I didn't see it at first. And I got all these emails and I'm like, oh my God, this is so amazing. And the response has just been overwhelming. We didn't even ask. So now we're gonna start asking y'all, where are some questions you have, and we'll pick, which ones we feel like are the most relevant and could help the most, help people. Help the most people.
Yeah, so go ahead.
So we're gonna start with some questions. We're probably gonna do about 4. So the first one is, do you think past relationship secrets should be kept secret?
Past relationship secrets.
Yeah.
Such as, like, give me an example.
Like, I'm thinking like body count.
Oh,
Like,
body count.
or some stuff that you and that other person gonna take to the grave. I don't know, something.
Yeah, I think whenever you think about that, you automatically think about sexual things, but sometimes it can really be something that's, like something happened when both of y'all got arrested one night. And you didn't want to tell nobody.
Or hopefully y'all didn't kill somebody.
Or y'all dumped the body somewhere. Okay, with that being said, I think that some things, and are you asking me the questions or are you going to answer something too?
I'm gonna answer something.
Okay. I think that some things, I think if they come up, like I feel like if you're married and something comes up, I think you should probably tell that. But if it never came up and you kind of threw it away and y'all didn't spark any, there wasn't a conversation that sparked your memory on something that you did, I think it depends on that. I also think it depends on the person that you're with, if they can handle something like that.
That's true.
That's very important too. So I feel like it's a lot of stuff that you could handle. I feel like
you ain't got nothing that I can't handle, I don't think.
Yeah, and honestly, a lot of stuff I told you before we got married.
That's true.
When I thought I was talking just to my friend. I didn't know I was
what he's trying to say, you guys.
I didn't know I was gonna be married to her, so I guess you kind of got everything early.
My response to that is probably the same. That there should be no secrets, and honestly, prime example, Jordan and I ran into one of my exes in the mall, and he was with his girlfriend. His girlfriend didn't know who I was. He felt like he shouldn't tell her who I am, and probably never will. That's something he felt she couldn't handle because of past experiences. Do you understand, buddy? I kind of see where he's coming from, but a part of me was kind of like, you the same person. But no, now that I'm talking about it out loud, I'm kind of like, well, maybe she can't.
Yeah, but I feel like if she can't handle the fact that he dated someone else before her and he saw them in the mall, like, geez, like that's
true.
That's a bit extreme. Like, you can't say, oh yeah, we dated in college, or we dated in high school, or we dated before, I dated her before you. Like, is it that serious? And I'm like, if you're in a relationship like that, you probably shouldn't be in a relationship like that. Or if so, if you feel that your lady or your significant other can't handle that, then there must be some things that you've done or you're still doing that.
Or some stuff that has happened where she like, I don't know if I can deal with it.
That's what I'm trying to say. So he may have already been on thin ice, and I guess at that moment it wasn't a good time.
Or just like, honestly, if everywhere you go, then you see an ex.
Yeah, now that's
a difference.
You got an ex everywhere. You got an ex at Walgreens.
Or y'all just keep running into exes. Like, it's that, okay, enough is enough. I'm not telling nobody else.
Maybe you was like the fourth ex.
Right.
In that week. You know what I'm saying? So he like, nah.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold this one.
So I can understand that. Okay, yeah. So.
All right. So next question is, do you think a married couple's finances should be together or separate?
That's a good question because we've been married 2 years now and we have separate accounts.
Our accounts are very much separate.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you this. Honestly though, being the man, it's kind of like we have one that's shared because
because when I'm like, we gotta pay for something, he's like, all right. Yeah. How much is it?
Exactly. So that's really just how it works.
Until he tells me he can't do something, then I'm probably like.
Exactly. So we have one mentally. We got a mental bank account. I think that's important though, because I mean, like I was trying to say, as a man, I mean, you know, you're still the end all be all most time when it comes to if that's the type of man you are, you're still the end all be all end result for finances anyway. So, you know, me as a man, I always try to make sure that I make double and triple of what we need. So if something happens, I can still, you know, we can still function because honestly, the money she makes ends up being her money. And sometimes when I borrow from her, she asks me for it back.
He thinks that the money that I make ends up being my money, but I be paying bills that I don't even ask you about.
She do.
I don't spend a lot of my money. You spend more of your money on yourself than I do.
I understand. But if something happens today,
you are
that's it. Point blank. So that's how it's gonna work. That's how it works.
But I think that goes back to the last question because it's the honesty and the transparency. It doesn't matter if we share a bank account. If I can't look at the bank account that we don't share, then that's a problem. Then you're hiding something about the finances, or the other person has a spending problem, and that needs to be addressed as well. So I think that it's just that transparency that needs to be there as far as finances are concerned.
I agree. But fellas, you know, they money. And my money is our money. That's just how it works.
Most of the times when I ask you for money back, it was for something, or like if I don't get that back, I don't have no money.
But I can't ask for money back.
You ask for money back sometimes, like twice.
That's because you asked me.
Well, ain't that so spiteful?
That's spiteful. I'm sorry.
Don't do that.
I don't need it. I just want you to.
Well, now that I know, he told it, y'all. So when he asked for it, I would say no. Okay. Next question. Don't be rushing me.
Next question.
All right. The next question is, this is a good one. Would you compromise your happiness for the success of a relationship?
For the success of a relationship? I would.
Let's just take ourselves out of this question because the person that sent this was a person looking to get married. They're dating somebody and they were asking to that degree.
So in a dating.
Yeah, because we're already married. Sometimes our happiness is compromised for the relationship, but if we were dating and our happiness was compromised for the relationship, I don't know. So answer it that way.
Well, I would say if you feel like you two are marriage ready and you guys are like one step away from being married, I think that then you should. But just casually dating, no. But if you're serious and you guys are serious, y'all like, okay, we're really considering being married and we're making some sacrifices for each other, because honestly, I feel like if you don't do that when you're dating seriously, then how is it just all of a sudden you're gonna start sacrificing when you actually get married?
But sacrificing your happiness, like your overall happiness, like
overall, no. I thought that could be.
No, let's talk about your overall happiness.
No. Overall happiness sounds like life to me, and no, I don't think that.
You know, it's a lot of people that do this.
There is, and there's a lot of people that I think got it twisted. Because honestly, if you're not happy, you're not gonna make your significant other happy, and if y'all ain't happy, it's not a great relationship.
Yeah.
So,
but But I think that also goes into when people try to change the other person to be what they want them to be. And I'm not talking about like positive changes, like you used to talk to all these women and now you only talk to one. Like I'm talking about like you're too loud, or you like to have too much fun, or you like to hang out too much, or things like that. Like I think that is like that you're not compatible. Like if that person if there's something that you enjoy doing, or you like to play basketball, or you know, that's pretty like, that's a lot, like basketball. You probably not gonna find a lady that likes basketball as much as you, but if she got a problem with you watching it, every time it come on, she don't want you watching it, she don't want you doing that. She doesn't want you hanging with your friends ever, she doesn't like your friends. Like, I think that is probably a problem as far as compromising happiness.
So that's the happiness. So that means that it's like small things. It's not like, I don't like the fact that you work a job 7 days a week and I only get to see you when you come in from work and you're exhausted and you're going to bed. That's our relationship. I'm thinking that this is something way bigger like that.
I think
if we're talking about like habits, or
I don't know, like I'm not talking about habits. I'm talking about things that make you happy, like making music.
Okay.
That makes you happy.
Okay.
I got a problem with that because it's not going nowhere. It's not paying enough money, and I want you to be with me, and this is where I want us.
If it's not going anywhere, then maybe so. Yeah, I think you should probably nip that in the bud for sure.
I don't know.
I mean, that's
it depends on how it's not going anywhere, because
right. And
if I'm still if like, you know what I'm saying?
Who's
like,
to say it's been long enough? It ain't nothing happened now. Yeah. It's been 2 years. Like, who's to say that that's the time? So yeah.
I guess you gotta kind of know who you got then.
Yeah, and compromising your happiness though, just to make it clear, is very whack to me. I feel like if you're with somebody, you know, you both should be happy.
It's whack in the
Find
marriage
some compromises. There are gonna be some compromises. There has to be compromises, but there's also gonna be some times where you're not happy though. There's gonna be some unhappy days and unhappy times because somebody's doing something that you may not like.
And that doesn't mean I'm gonna delete all our pictures off of Instagram.
Exactly.
And now we aren't together anymore, even though we're still married. Right. Which I still don't understand that, but that's neither.
But compromising your happiness happens.
It does happen.
It does, but if you were to say overall in life, no, I don't want to be with anybody where I'm compromising my life.
Where I'm not doing what I truly want to do because I need to provide for you.
That's far.
Now for your children, that's a different story.
Mm-hmm. But there's someone out there.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right, next question. Because we obviously had a hard time answering that one. Honestly, whoever that is that sent that question, please elaborate more on specifically what you meant by that, and we'll go from there. All right, next question. What would you define as cheating?
There's a lot of things you can define as cheating.
I'm gonna say liking all these girls on Instagram. I think that's cheating.
You think that's cheating? There's a lot of people feel like that's cheating. There's a lot of people feel like wanting attention is cheating. There's a lot of people that get attention and like the attention, and some people that like to flirt. Some people feel that that's cheating too.
That is cheating.
Yeah, that could be.
If you like attention, okay, that's one thing. But you like attention and you're flirting with people, like every time you get it or saying inappropriate things, I think that that's cheating. Because a part of you think it's funny, but if in a world where there were no consequences, you probably would act on it.
Yeah. Acting on it though is probably the most terrible thing to do. Really, you completely have cheated. Like you totally done it. Ain't no mystery. You did it. But yeah, sometimes it can start that way. It can start that way with social media, and a lot of times too, we get a lot of rap as males too for that. For sure on social media, but we never bad rap, I'm sorry. But women have to be doing it too. And a lot
it's
of
not the same.
It's the NC.
No, I'm saying it's not the same for women. Like, and I'm talking about my caliber of woman. I'm not just talking about.
Go ahead.
I'm not talking about just your Instagram model. They're on a whole nother level. They probably not married. They're out here. They living their best life, and that's different. I'm talking about women that want to be with one person. They not just out here like the women that be in those beard groups and stuff like that, like men with beards or the like model men and stuff like that. I think that those women are for the most part single, or they aren't single and their man is doing it too, so they do it together.
So you don't think that there's married women that are liking men's pictures that they like and they think is attractive, and that's not the same thing as a married man liking single woman's picture?
I guess I'm wrong on that one. You got me. Because there are women doing it.
There's definitely women
doing
it.
Well, I like men's pictures that I think they look nice. But usually the guys that think that they look nice, I don't like. If that makes sense.
You just think they look nice.
Like the guys that are like thirst trapping, like.
Okay, yeah, some of that is far. I mean,
I don't like that.
But like, yeah, I mean, so let me tell you this. Instagram is all about liking and commenting on photos. That's what it's all about. There is some limits that I think that you should have on social media. Yeah. There are some.
Because honestly, me and Jordan, we had a disagreement a couple years ago because he was sending girls pictures to his friends, and they were like, "Oh, she look good." Yeah, and they talking about this girl. What you think about Shorty? I think that that's wrong. But it took you a long time to think that that's wrong. And I still don't know if you think that that's wrong.
Well, no, I kind of don't. I just did it. I just stopped doing it because you told me you didn't like that. But honestly, I just felt like that was guy talk. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm married. I'm with who I want to be with. And if we were just the guys hanging out, and honestly, I'm going to just be honest, when guys are hanging out, we see other women.
Yeah, seeing them is different than
this is the new way of seeing. This is the new way how you see women now. This is it.
I don't know. I feel like
let me say, you don't have to go out and, like we used to have to go post up at the mall. Me and my homies, we go post up at the mall or shop, and hopefully we run by and see something. You know, but now the new way of doing that is through social media. So there's gonna be some times where the guys are talking and like, whoa, look at this or look at that or watch out. And I think that, watch out, I don't know what watch out means. But I have some single guys that are my friends, like they're single. And we talk about certain things like that. I just feel like women do it at the beauty salon. I feel like women do it when they talk on the phone. I feel like women do it when they're around each other. And I think that it kind of, there's kind of a double standard there at times.
I don't think there's a double standard because the women that a lot of guys that I know that are married and they have wives and they seemingly have great relationships, they aren't just liking a beautiful woman. They're liking a beautiful woman that's half naked. That's a problem. You're not finding a whole bunch of half naked guys on Instagram. Like,
that's because guys don't get half naked. Like, they just.
Okay, but.
Well, if a guy takes off his shirt, then that's considered not half naked. There's no way for a guy to be half naked, really. There's many ways for women to be half.
I'm gonna say that I'm not gonna like a guy's picture that's half naked, and I'm not gonna follow a guy with his shirt off all the time.
That was working out with his shirt off.
It's a thirst trap. If there are several pictures of you with your shirt off, no.
What if he's a trainer and you follow his page and you like his page because
that is not the same thing. A girl busting it open on Instagram.
That's extreme. Busting it open. Okay.
That happens.
It does happen, but that's too much. Busting it open, but we talking about half naked.
Okay.
Somebody could bust it open.
A girl that's half naked every time on all her pictures, showing all of her backside. I just feel like that's inappropriate. Maybe not cheating, because I'm not gonna go that far, because I don't think you're cheating on me because you're sending your friends pictures of girls that y'all think look good. But I do think it's inappropriate. I feel like, and not to go super deep, but if TD Jakes had a message going on with his friends and somebody found it, sending women, that would be inappropriate. So therefore,
I don't think that's inappropriate. I would be surprised and I would be like,
that would be
Bishop.
so inappropriate.
I would say, Bishop.
Oh my God.
I
Y'all, just so
would.
y'all know, men, they will advocate for their causes to the end.
So will the women. Stop it. Stop it.
Whatever.
If Bishop Jakes, and let me tell you something, let me stop using Bishop Jakes, because God knows Bishop is a saint. Thank you, Bishop. But
Bishop does wrong, but that's
I'm sure.
inappropriate is what I'm trying to say. That would
That
be
was
so
inappropriate.
inappropriate if he did that.
I feel like it's inappropriate if we saw it.
Yeah.
But we don't know. And some people can't handle that. Some people can't handle that if Bishop
God
did that.
knows.
I feel like I can handle it if I saw that. I feel like I can handle Bishop Jakes if I saw that. I'd be like,
Bishop, please watch this show and tell my husband that is inappropriate.
Bishop, you know what? You all right. You all right with
You know what the problem is? The problem is that I have a problem with it.
That's really it. Point blank. You have a problem with it. It doesn't matter really what
So
how anybody
therefore,
else feel. Right. And that's what really matters, honestly, because we're in a relationship together. So if I got a problem with something, then you should respect that. You got a problem with something, I should respect that. It's about who you with.
Yeah.
Cause who knows, somebody's wife is sending them stuff too.
Let's get back to the question, because we clearly did not
We did that.
What would you define as cheating? We didn't really say what we defined
Yeah,
as
you
cheating.
said you feel like liking.
Okay, yeah, okay. That was just me venting, because I don't like when you do that. But because I just said that I don't think that that's cheating. Remember, I just said that.
So what defines
So
cheating?
I think cheating for women is like an emotional involvement with someone that is not your spouse. That if your spouse knew about, they would have a problem with it.
Emotional ties. I agree with you on that. And there's this thing that happens too with men, and men get into a lot of trouble because when men cheat, certain men, they have sex with another woman and they cheat on their significant other. They feel that they didn't cheat
no emotional
because they didn't emotionally feel that person. They just did it because they needed to do it. That's what they feel like. And so to a woman, yeah.
That's Alright, you guys, thanks for watching this episode. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And also, don't forget to leave us some questions so we can answer. We'll probably do that like once a month, answer some of your questions and whatever you guys have to say.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Just like that. Thank you so much for tuning in with us. This is another episode of Relationship Goals, and we is excited. And we is excited.
We is. Oh.
And we is it.